Hello friends, welcome to Insight Learners. So in this video we shall discuss the next set of SQL queries using the aggregate functions. So in the previous video we have seen how to write the queries for using the select clause, as well as we have also seen some of the queries we have written it using the aggregate functions, that is to find the highest salary using max of function. Similarly we have found how to find the minimum salary using the min of salary, then difference between the salary. So in this video again we shall see some more questions which we can solve through aggregate functions as well as select clause. So we shall quickly see the fourth question using the aggregate functions. So find the average and the total salary of all the clerks and managers. So here they have told us to find the average. So they have told us to find the average as well as the total salary, which means sum of salary of all the clerks. So they have particularly mentioned we need to find the salary for all the clerks as well as the manager. So now we shall quickly begin writing the query. So the first statement you need to use is the select statement. So first is select, then we need to find the average salary. So average and the total salary. So select, how to find the average is AVG of salary. So select average of salary followed by comma, then we also need the sum of salary. So sum of salary. So select average of salary comma sum of salary, then followed by the name of the table, that is from employee. After that we need to specify the condition. So where, followed by the clerks and the manager, these are the type of job. So you can say this is the job role. So where job, so if they have specified a single job, like if you need to find the salary of, that is total salary as well as the average salary of clerks, then you can directly write where job is equal to clerks. But here they have specified the two job roles, that is it can, like you need to find the average as well as the total salary of clerks as well as managers. So they have mentioned the two job roles. So therefore where the job in, so where within the job you need to search for two roles, that is the clerks as well as the manager. So for that we have a in operator. You can use the in followed by, then the job roles are clerks comma managers. So here it will display the average salary as well as the sum of salary of all the clerks as well as the managers. So similarly we shall see the next question, that is you need to count the total different jobs that are held by department number 10. So in the earlier video we have seen like how to find the unique. So unique is nothing but that's a different. So for that, to find the unique salary or the distinct salary, you have a keyword distinct. So you need to use a keyword distinct for this. So first one is select. So followed by the unique, you can write. So unique you can calculate using the distinct keyword. So select distinct. So you need job. So select distinct job from the name of the table. So select distinct job from employee. Where, so particularly they have mentioned for department number 10. So where department number equal to 10. So this is the query for this question. So then we shall see one more question. Find the highest and the lowest salary for non-managerial job. So they have told you need to find the highest. So for highest you need to use the max of salary. For lowest you need to use the min of salary. But they have particularly mentioned for non-managerial job. So if you want to find for managerial job, you will be specifying like select the max of salary comma, then after that min of salary from the name of the table, that is employee, where job is equal to manager. But they have particularly specified for non-managerial job. So for that purpose you can write select max of salary. So select max of salary comma min of salary. So max of salary comma min of salary from employee. So from employee where job, they have specified non-managerial job, where job is not equal to manager. So it will display all the rows where the job is not equal to manager. So then we shall see the next question. count the employees. So seventh question, which is count the employees and the average. So you need to find the average annual salary for each department. So you need to count the employees, then after that you need to find the annual salary. So annual salary is nothing but total salary. So to confuse, they give you annual keyword, but annual salary is nothing but you are going to find the total salary using the, you can say annual is nothing but the average salary. So find the average annual salary. So average total salary, which means average of salary you need to find. So annual is the nothing but per year salary, like that. So here you're going to calculate the average salary. So first thing is, so they have said for each department. So for each department means you need to specify the department number. So each department is nothing but you need to specify the department number. So for that, first one is you need to select the department number, because they have specified for each department. So select department number, then comma, you need to count the employees. So you need to count the employee number. So therefore count of. So again we have used one more aggregate function, that is count of. So count of function, it is used to count. So here you need the count of employees. So count employee number. In short we shall write it as EMP number. So employee number. Then after that again what you need to find the average salary. So average salary is calculated as average of salary, then name of the table, that is from employee. So from employee, then after that you need to use a one more keyword, which is nothing but the group by keyword, because you need to group the department number as well as the employee number. So for that you are going to use the keyword, then after that employee, then after that group by department number. So this is the query for this question. So we shall see the next question, that is which department has the highest remuneration bill. So highest remuneration bill. So you need to find the highest is nothing but the topmost remuneration bill. So remuneration bill is nothing but it's a sum of salary. So you can see it is the sum of total sum of salary you're going to find. So that is you need to select. So you need the highest, which has the highest remuneration bill. So you need the top one list. So top one row from the table. So select top one, followed by the remuneration is the entire salary, which means you need to find the sum of salary. So select top one, sum of salary. So sum of salary, comma, same again they have said for which department. So you need department number. So then department number. From the name of the table is from employee. So from employee, then after that again you need to group it by department number. So from employee, then followed by group by department number. So group by department number, and here you need to to find the top one salary you need to order. So in table it will be, the rows will be inserted in random. So first you need to order them in either ascending or descending order. You cannot order by ascending order, because if you order by ascending order you will get a least value from the table, but you need the topmost salary. So therefore department number followed by, you need to write order by. So order by, so what you need to order by, you need to order by the sum of salary. So therefore order by sum of salary. So order by sum of salary in descending order. So if you specify in descending, that is the highest value is displayed first. So from the table the first row can be taken, which is having the highest, that is sum of salary. Then you need to order by the sum of salary by descending. So which will give us the top one salary. So next one is next question we shall see, list all the employees whose name ends with UN. So whose name ends with UN. So here you need to list all the employees. To list all the employees we have a select followed by the star. So select star, it will display the entire row, or you can say entire table. So then select star from table name. So select star from employee. So select star from employee where. So where, after that what is that, where the employees whose name. So employee whose names means the employee name. So where E name you can say in short. So where employee name ends with UN. So ends with UN means it should look like, it should look like, and it should end with UN. So E name, so for that we have a keyword, that is like. So ename like followed by, so if you are specifying the word to be ending with un, then first you need to specify the percentage, then at the end you need to have un. So percentage means it can have some characters, then at the end it should have un. So if they have given like it is starting with un, then after that you need to specify the percentage at the end, then un should be at the beginning. So then after that we shall see the last question. So the 10th question, list only the rows where character A is used at least one time. So here they have specified you need to list all the rows, only the rows where the character, so only the rows, so where the character A is used at least one time. So A should be used at least one time, either it can be from starting or it can be ending. So therefore you need to first you need to display the table. From the table you need to choose only that rows. So select star from employee, so select star from employee where ename like, so select star from employee where ename like followed by, then after that the A should be like, A should be from the starting, it should be used at least one time, either it can be in the beginning or it can be at the ending. So therefore you need to specify 2% which indicates ending with as well as it is starting with. So if you are specifying the percentage at the beginning, which means the word is ending with un. If you want to specify the word, it should start with un, then percentage should come at the end. So this we have discussed the queries on aggregate function. So in the next video we shall discuss the queries using joins as well as unions. So thank you friends for watching, and do subscribe our channel for more updates.